Hello, this is Evangelist Dr. Robert L. McKim, Sr. Oh, I get reaching for something here. First off, want to apologize to the Atheist Jew about the way he speaks. And I'll play something here that explains the way he speaks. I also apologize to him. Well, not apologize, but I'm sorry for what happened to his brother. I'm just going to play a little piece here. First off, a lot of people say I put myself out as an idiot, a retard, and so on and so forth, that I don't know what I'm talking about. But how many times have I showed you what I'm talking about is the truth? The problem is your own mindset. Your own mindset. How you grew up, nurture, nature. Granted, I grew up in church. I grew up having a personal excuse me, my mouth is dry. See, one reason why some people say that I don't talk plain is because my mouth gets dry a lot. My medication I take gives me dry mouth. So, I was stating in a previous video that this person sound just like the person that was calling me constantly on my cell phone and my home phone. And, basically, constantly harassing me and threatening me on my cell phone and my home phone. Call me effing this and effing that, and come on now, stop it. You know what, you may like it yourself, but I don't. I don't like being called an effing this and an effing that. You know what? When the time comes, and I know the time is coming, you will pay for everything that you're doing. You say you're an adult, or act like one. And you may have a cleft palate, but that still does not give you any right to act the way you're acting. I'm going to play a little bit of his video here to show you what he was saying here.
Which I'm going to tear. Just wait. It's going to get better. I promise you guys. I'm tired of this shit, but I love you guys. Just wait. About to rip this dude a new asshole. I speak clearly. And you know what? I sense a trace of kind of insulting my tone, right? Well, sir, I was born with a cleft fucking palate.
Almost every word, or I should say every other word, or maybe every 3 words, is effing this or effing that. Granted, he has the right. He has the right. But it doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it right, especially when he says he's going to rip me a new Then there's something else I wanted to talk about. Is this person here going by Purple Squirrel on Kiwi Farms, posting my last video that I did about Renee being sick. And of course I mentioned about, the harassing phone calls that I was receiving. So I'm not putting my phone number out there anymore for anybody. I will stop my video in between and then restart it and then put it together in another video, a whole video, without my personal information. But this person is now harassing me on my ministry email site. They have sent me already 8 emails saying the same thing, wanting my phone number and calling me a retarded old man. And wanting my phone number. They sent me some music. Sent me a check. A copy of a check. Their check. Right here. They can't even write. This person cannot write in cursive. They write in, they print. But again, they don't really write like somebody that has the mindset. I write all my checks in cursive because when I was in school, I was taught to write cursive. And I print a lot better than this person does. But yet people call me a retard. They do not stay on the line. They cannot connect their letters. And why would they send me a copy of a check with their full name and address to begin with? And even in one of these videos they sent me, I mean not videos, in one of these emails, sent me their phone number due also, I believe. But it kept saying that I'm a retarded old man. And that is what the person that was calling me, kept calling me, was telling me as well, that I was a retarded old man. Lord have mercy on their souls. So now you don't have my phone number to harass me and call me names on my phone. Now you're harassing me and calling me names in my email. And the reason why, like I said earlier, the reason why I was accusing this atheist Jew of maybe being the one calling me and harassing me is because the voice sounds familiar. I listen. I listen to voices, the voice tones, how they speak, their mannerism, and then that's how lots of times I come to the conclusion that this person sounds like this person, so it could be this person. Just like when they came out with supposedly a radio call when that police officer shot and killed that guy, and supposedly there was another incident where the police pulled over somebody that looked like that guy that robbed a store. But if you listen to the police calls, the first call was about the traffic stop for a broken taillight. The second police call was totally different. Totally two different addresses, two different locations. So they cannot link the two together and say this guy did this and that's why he got pulled over. Because if you listen for once in your sorry lifetimes, you will know the truth. Listen not just with your ears, but with your mind and your heart. And you will know the truth. If you just listen with your mind, and a lot of people say, have an open mind. The problem is, when you have an open mind, you have a hard heart. You don't want to listen to the truth. You don't want to believe the truth. The truth can unharden your heart and set you free. But you don't want to be free. That's the problem. Like this young man, he doesn't really want to be free. That's why he curses a lot. Curses and swears a lot. He said he doesn't curse anybody. It's okay to swear, but it's not okay to curse. But yet when he says he's going to rip me a new, that's cursing at me. I looked him up, and he has several videos. He made two, one right after the other of me. And before that, about 8 months ago, he made one reaction to Dr. Robert McKim, aka Bonus Bucket Fan. Long story short, there are a lot of people out there that might not believe in God, might not believe in His Holy Spirit, might not believe in His only begotten Son. But I believe because I know in my heart of hearts that He is real. Not just because I read a book that says He's real, but because I know He's real. Now, I cannot totally say that this person is the one that was making these phone calls and now doing these emails. But I do now have your full name, your address, and your phone number. I'm now going to turn all this information over to the authorities and my attorneys, and then let them deal with you. Because, well, long story short, you need to stop. You know, a lot of people say, well, for instance, freedom of speech. I'm like, really? Freedom of speech? How do you justify? First off, how do you justify? I'm looking here for something, excuse me. Can't remember where I put it. Well, how can you justify saying things about somebody who puts themselves on YouTube, for instance, to preach the truth and to tell people the truth? How do you justify calling them names? How do you justify calling their home phone number and their cell phone number and harassing them? How do you justify sending them emails and harassing them? How do you justify that? Do you say, well, that's freedom of speech? I can call anybody I want and harass them because it's freedom of speech? I can send them emails and call them names because that's freedom of speech? According to a Supreme Court ruling, freedom of speech of a public figure is basically allowed. But if you're not a public figure, if you're an individual that does YouTube videos, does that make you a public figure? Does it make me a public figure because you go to my YouTube channel and watch me? Yeah, I know I know I saved it, but oh, I'll find it later. Long story short, I don't want to be on here too long. Does it make me a public figure? I don't think so. Because I'm not on TV. I'm not on radio. Not everybody in the world knows me, so I'm not a public figure. In my opinion, a public figure is somebody, you know, like Jim Baker, like Pat Robertson, like Richard Robertson, like um, all the other famous TV and radio evangelists and preachers. There's just so many out there to say right now. I gotta get a drink again. God bless you. Have a blessed day.